do now is, this is just like a typical activation. Really it's just kind of stretching out my hips. I'll roll out with my tennis ball, getting knots in my shoulders and my back, glutes, calves. I don't have my foam roller with me, but I'll usually start out with like a deep roll of that. And then just kind of getting loose. Anything really works. It's kind of all whatever happens. We just watched a couple YouTube videos and found kind of some exercises that work for me. And what's nice is I get to be on the national team. I have connections where I can communicate with USA Swimming and see what works best for a lot of athletes, and so that's nice.
So do you have a consistent, warm-up routine pre-meet, or is this something that you just listen to your body and?
Yeah, a lot of it's listening to my body. It's really only something I've actually recently started doing, because I typically would just jump around a little bit and then get in the pool and go. But I realize as I get older and stuff, I need to kind of start really taking care of my body and making sure that I'm warmed up and stuff before getting in. And so it's made a big difference. I enjoy it. Like, it always feels nice to kind of roll out the knots and stuff.
So what's your pool warm-up routine look like then?
So after this, what I'll do is, before like a race or a practice, I'll jump rope a bit, so just kind of get my heart rate going, just get like a light sweat built. And then once I get in the water, like for today, because we'll race later this evening, it's really going to be just acclimation. So acclimation is in getting used to the start, the depth of the pool, kind of figuring out where everything is. And then because we're doing just the 50, what I'll do is I'll figure out where I might take my breath, if I do plan on taking a breath. Like for a race, we would, 40 minutes before, I'll do a visualization process, so where I'll go through the race in my head, focusing on what I want to accomplish, and then obviously throughout the session, focusing on positive affirmations, mental pictures and seeing myself succeeding. Because anything negative, it takes away from your performance, which is tough because as a teenager and stuff like that in society, it's very easy to like, oh, the other guys are strong, the other guys are fast, I hope I win, I hope this, I hope that, but all that's negative, and we really don't realize that. But we've been listening to an audiobook by Norman Vincent Peale, The Power of Positive Thinking. And it's a bit monotonous listening to it and stuff, but it's really incredible science, and to be able to know the power of our mind controls so much. Really, it's incredible. And you see it play out when you race. So it's a lot of fun.
So being that maybe, your training regimen's a little bit different, whereas conventional wisdom in the sport at this point would say, I got a few hours till race, I'm gonna get in and just shake it out, maybe swim easy.
Yeah.
So, you're doing your dynamic activation, your warm up, you're gonna do your visualization in the pool and out of the pool. So what specifically, like once you hop in the pool, what are you doing?
Yeah, so like just from like pace or like?
Yeah, just like.
Yeah, so obviously it kind of depends on what I'm racing. Like today, I'll get in, I'll swim out a bit, just kind of, loosen up, maybe get a little bit more of a travel from yesterday out. And then I really want to make sure that if I do anything fast, it's got to be at the pace, because specificity rules. So everything will be very, very quick, very short bursts, very explosive, just because, obviously my 50th tonight, I'm going to need to be as explosive as possible to win. But so anything like that, and then, just focusing on the details, because I think if we do anything outside of what we're going to race, it's not really helping me kind of progress towards what we want to do. So yeah, it's that really. I probably won't do too many dives this morning just because I did quite a few yesterday, and obviously I'm going to be able to save my legs for tonight to be able to explode.